motherfucking donkey. You might have seen a house fly, maybe even a super fly, but I bet you ain't never seen a donkey fly.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining. Now, in today's episode, we're going to do the player review for a Ruckman. Okay, his name is Matt Flynn. Now, he hasn't been in any of my teams. Okay, I didn't put him in any of my teams because when I quickly looked at his stats, I didn't like what I saw. However, I have seen people talking about him, and even people that are close to me have mentioned him, and I said, well, what do you like about him? It doesn't interest me. Then there's articles on Twitter saying he's fully fit, doesn't have any more issues, ready for a big season. Well, we can't. We have to look at every player. So, and when I last night had a look at a couple of the stats, I freaked out. I go, how did I miss this? How did I not look at him? Mind you, we were still going to look at him, but now we're going to look at him deeper. Okay, we're going to go into every detail. We're gonna find out what colour underwear he wears. Just calm it down. Now, Matt Flynn, priced at $260K. I mean, that is cheap. Okay, now, what's he actually priced at? The magic number. What average is he priced at? Let's have a look now. 260. Now, the magic number has been killing me because someone brought it to my attention that when you do the magic number on the Bont, it comes out different to when you do the magic number on Sheasels. So I'm just going to do a rounded magic number of 5.4 now. So let's go to 5. What have I done? I've done a boo-boo. Okay, now 260 divided by 5.4 because the magic number is sort of a bit strange this year. Okay, I think the aliens have caught it. Anyway, Matt Flynn is priced at 48. All right. Now, what is a good score for Matt Flynn? Now, let's work this out because if I start Matt Flynn, I'm gonna have to put him in the flex position. Now, in that flex position, I really wanted to start 3 Ruckman, like 3 gun Ruckman. All right. The reason for that. Okay, let me show you something now, okay? I need to do a couple of adjustments here, okay? Let me just get rid of the Bont for now, because I need the cash, okay? Let's take Flynn out for a minute. This is what I wanted to have. I wanted to have Sherry, Darcy, and let's say Gorn, or Sherry, Darcy, and let's go Ruckman here. Where's the Ruckman? Okay, how do I do this? Okay, Ruckman, okay. Sherry, Darcy, or the Conning, all right? The reason I wanted to have 3 Ruckman was Ruckman when they score. Okay, let's take an example. Okay, let's have a look at Sherry. All right, any Ruckman virtually, they all do the same thing. Okay, let's go to a Ruckman. All right, actually, let's go to Carlton. Okay, let's look at the Conning. You know what the Ruckman do is different to what the midfielders do. All right, the Ruckman, they're inconsistent, but their ceiling is massive. All right. For example, the Conning, he can go 176, 146, 140 when he plays against weaker opposition. For example, that 176 was against his brother. Okay. Now, so when you see your Ruckman gonna play against a weaker opponent, you make them vice captain, and it's perfect. And when you got 3 of them, you can play around with that. However, now that we got this young boy in the picture, and it's sort of ruined all my plans. Let's bring him back in now. Where is he? 260K. Matt Flynn in there. What does he need to score now to make him viable? I mean, I know to make 150K cash. All right. Let's get the calculator back out. Where's the calculator here? Now, he's averaging 48. To make 150K cash, he needs to average 78. But to be honest, if he gets 78 and makes a 150 cash, for me, that's a fail, okay? That's a loss. I'm not happy with that, okay? Because I'm greedy guts, okay? I want more. Just calm it down. Because I can get that 150K for any of my players. From that flex spot, I want someone that's going to be a vice captain. I want someone to go nuts. And Flynn's not going to offer that. However, here's the other problem. If I take Darcy out, mind you, he offers good value, and put Flynn in here, all right, I don't want that either. Because and then maybe you can say I can put some, but it's the same thing, okay? I want free Ruckman, but it's not going to work because I have to look at Flynn now. So, what is a good score for Flynn to be viable? And I would say 90 plus minimum. Okay, I want 90 plus minimum from Flynn. Can he get 90 plus? Let's have a look. Now, in 2021, 12 games, Flynn averaged 87. And if he does that again, he's going to make 200K. Okay, so that's actually okay. That's pretty close to what I want, okay? I mean, he's averaged 87, 84, and 88, all right? So he's not one of these Ruckmen that's going to go on average a 120 like a Gorn or something like that, okay? He's nowhere near their standards. And now, last year he averaged 60. Now, we go to DFS Australia, and we go to a little section where it's called Ruck Contest, okay? So, we got a Ruck Contest, and we have to go to GWS because our boy played for GWS back in 2021. So, when you go to Ruck Contest, it tells you virtually who competed in the Ruck. That's why it's called the Ruck Contest. Just coming down! Now, the Mummy was their main Ruckman back then. And Flynn and Briggs were the juniors. Now, Mummy didn't play the first 3 games, so we had Matt Flynn come in and play. Now, Matt Flynn, in round 1 against St Kilda, scored a 61. No, he had what am I saying? He had 61% ruck time. He was sharing that with Lockie Keefe and Himmelberg. In round 2 against Freo. Now, against round 2 against Freo, he played against Shrek. Now, that's a tough opponent. And round 3, he had Gorn. Now, that's another tough opponent. So you got to consider the opponents as well. You know, you can't just look at the scores. Whereas round 1 against St Kilda, and we know that Marshall's pretty easy to score against as a ruckman. Now, let's have a look at these scores again now. Let's go back over here. All right. Let's go back to West Coast. And where is he? Okay, Matt Flynn. Now, one thing to also take note is how many years Matt Flynn has been in the system. Okay, now even though it looks like only 4 years, okay, it looks like a spring chicken. Okay, but he's not. He's a grandpa. Look at this. He's been in the system since 2016. Okay, now Matt Flynn is 27 years old. Okay, he's 107 kilograms. Even though you're not supposed to tell the weight, we can see it here, 107. Okay, and 202 centimeters. So it's not like he's a young spring chicken flying around and just wondering with his nappies on. He's not. He's got his grandpa nappies on, just coming down. Now, so in 2021, all right, against Marshall, he scored a 140. Against Shrek, he scored 78. Against Gorn, he scored 89. Now, against Shrek, he scored a 78 in 2021. What did Shrek score that day? Okay, let's have a look. Fremantle. Let's go to Fremantle. Let's go to Shrek. They don't have Shrek here. It just says Sean Darcy. So we'll go Sean Darcy. We'll go. We're going to look for round 2021. Round 2. Okay, well, Shrek was coming back from injury or suspension, not sure. Scored a 91. Right? What did Gorn score against him? Right? 2021. Let's go Max Gorn. Go. Supercoach. Now, 2021. Round 3. Okay, round 3. Gorn scored a 163 against him. Okay, now that's what I mean about having these ruckmen at R1, R2, and flex. When you got ruckmen against weaker opponents, they can go nuts. Okay, as you can see, 163. Now imagine having that as a VC when you know that your ruckman is going to play against an easy opponent. Whereas if you had Gorn at R3 playing against our boy Flynn, he would have got a 163. All right, let's just say it's this year. And in our case, we got Flynn at flex scoring a 90. Okay, now which is better? Flynn making a bit of cash, okay, and scoring a 90, or Max Gorn scoring a 163 at flex, and giving you double those scores. So you're getting a 320 points out of him, which is better. Okay, now it's a bit of give and take. That's the problem. When you got a team here, all right. When you got your team here, they're all making cash. Okay, it doesn't matter if one of them's not going to make cash. He's going to average 90. All right, let's get back over here now. I want to show you something. Okay, let's go to a 300k-ish. A 300k. Right? Do we have all positions? All right, a 300k. What can you buy these days? Okay, you can pretty much make cash on a lot of players. All right, we got Peatling. We're gonna make some cash. He's a bit more. Okay, you're paying an extra 100k. All right, but he's gonna score a lot more points. I've got here Coleman at 269k. He's gonna make some cash. Okay, how much cash do you want? Just come on down. You can't go robbing banks non-stop. Okay, you gotta make some points as well. Everything is not about cash. You need to find the balance of cash and points. Let's go here. Philippou. We're gonna do his review soon. He's 313k. Caleb Daniel. He's 269k. How many of these 200k players can we have? Okay, just so we can make some cash. Okay. Well, Tom Lynch is 180k. He's gonna make some cash. Now, let's get back to Briggs. Okay. Now, actually, there's one more. You can actually have the Adelaide boy as well. He's cheap too. Where is he? We haven't done his review either. It's coming up. Isaac Cumming is 287k, similar price. Now he's gonna make some. I can't even fit him in. Okay, now if I can't fit, I can actually put Isaac Cumming in there. Okay, same thing. As having he's probably gonna average 90. So why do I have to have a Ruckman there that's gonna average 90? Why can't I have my Max Gorn, okay, who's going to give me a massive score again when he plays against Ruckman like this? Okay, that's my point. It making me very upset. Just come on there. Now let's go back to Matt Flynn again now. All right. Now in round 6, he had 80% ruck time. Round 6. What did he score in round 6? Okay, well, actually, we've gone back to Melbourne. Let's go back to West Coast. Matt Flynn. Okay, Matt Flynn in round 6. Let's go. Round 6. Only scored a 70. Now, we don't know if he got injured or not, because it looks like he hasn't played. But then again, Mummy may have come back. Okay, let's have a look. Back over here. Actually, yeah, because then the Mummy came back the following 2 weeks. So he actually played a full game. 80%, that's a lot of time. So he played a full game, and then didn't score much against the English in round 6. He's a good Ruckman, okay? Decent Ruckman. Against Richmond, okay? What did he do? Round 9. Let's get back over here. Mind you, only 64%. They used Briggs at 36%. They actually used him more than Briggs. Now, let's get back over here. Where is it? Okay, against Richmond. Round 9. He's got 103 against Richmond. I can't work that out. Okay, let's dig in deeper now. I'm going to go to 2024. Okay, last year. Actually, when did Briggs play for West Coast? Did he play 2023? No, he didn't. Okay, I only played 2024. In 2023, the main ruckman was Bailey Williams, okay, as you can see, and Jack Williams, okay? And, well, not much of Jack Williams. Mainly Bailey Williams was their main ruckman. Now, in 2024, at West Coast, who's their main ruckman? It's Bailey Williams again, okay? You can see Bailey Williams is at the top. Jack Williams rucked a little bit. Flynn did ruck, okay, as you can see here. When Williams played, all right, Flynn rucked 57% of the time, and Williams rucked 41%. In round against North Melbourne, Flynn rucked 55%, Williams 39%. Against Essendon, Flynn rucked 57%, and Williams 36%. Now, what is this telling you? Against Hawthorn, Flynn was 33%, and Williams was 59%. So this is telling me that either it's a 50-50, very close, okay, or he's just sharing the ruck. It's not like he's the main man, okay? He's not, because they've got Bailey Williams. I'm going to go to my final verdict now. Now, here's my final verdict, okay? Value. Is there value there? Yes. There's a lot of value there, okay? It's a test, okay? Yes, there's value. Points. What are we expecting? Let's be general. I mean, look at what he scored against. Look at what he scored with playing for West Coast. Okay, forget playing for GWS. At GWS, he was more of a solo ruck. At West Coast, he hasn't been. Or the indications are Williams is playing. Okay, they're not going to drop Williams. So at West Coast, all right. What did he score last year? He averaged 60. Okay, you could say he was injured. Okay, but was he injured? I mean, they're going to put an injured player on. Maybe he was injured when he didn't play, but when he played, maybe he played fit. Okay, I don't have the answer for that. But what I can see right now is the scores that he's given out. Okay, and an 81, a 60, a 60, a 42. They shared ruck duties. He's not the solo ruck. Now, when you go to, let's go back over here. Your team structure, okay, and what looks much nicer, okay? Which one would you prefer, okay? Ruckman, let's go over here. Ruckman, what looks nicer when you have something like this, okay? When you have a DeConning, a Darcy, all right? You got Sherry, Darcy, and DeConning. You're just praying on one of these three to have a weak opponent, and they're going to go nuts as your VC. Which one looks nicer? And I never mentioned this before, okay? But for my flex spot, I want to have a Ruckman, okay? Because I want to have 3 primo Ruckman as my established for my established team, even my starting team, mainly for that VC reason. Because when you got players like, I need some cash, right? Darcy out. When you got players like Zach Butters and Brayshaw and Will Day and whoever you got, even the Bont, okay? Well, it doesn't matter who you got here, all right? Let's put the Bont there for now, all right? To make you happy. Let's put Lucky Neal there. Now, any one of these players can get tagged any day, okay? Any given day. And as your VC option, when they're tagged, you're not very happy, okay? However, your Ruckman, they cannot get tagged. The only one that's going to tag them is the big fella who's chasing them, and you're going to put the Ruckman against, well, your VC is going to be playing against a weaker opponent. And the chances are that weaker opponent is not going to tag your Ruckman. So your Ruckman is going to go on fire. That's why the VC for me is fight. This flex position on a Ruckman is nuts, okay? And when you lose this spot and you give it to this man here, are you benefiting? Is it making your team better? Okay, that's the question. How much better does your team become when Flynn is in it? Okay, what is Flynn gonna do? He's gonna make you some money. Okay, but does it matter? Okay, is his money worth more than the points? Because you can get this money elsewhere. So going back, okay, to the cash. Okay, points. Let's just say, for argument's sake, 90. Okay, but I think he's gonna average 80. Okay, maybe less. Let's say at 80. If he averages 80, he's going to make you 150k. All right? 150k will make you very happy, okay? Maybe you can then upgrade him to another Ruckman, okay? A better Ruckman. You can probably miss out to 3 or 4 weeks, or 6 or 7 weeks, and upgrade him later on. Is he a keeper? No, not a keeper. Decision for me. My personal team, it's a pass. I'm passing, okay? However, for your team, it must have, I just go right here, no. I could put notes here. For your team, depends on your structure. Depends on your structure. Because not every team is gonna be built the same way with the same structure, okay? You may only want to have 2 Ruckman. Okay, you don't want to have 3 Ruckman. You don't have to have 3 Ruckman. Okay, it's just what I'm gonna do. So you may want to have 2 ruckmen and have Flynn and have a stronger forward line or maybe a stronger midfield. By having Flynn here, you've got more cash to spend elsewhere. So you might want to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? So for you, the decision could be yes, because at the end of the day, okay, he's still going to make you 150k. All right, he's going to make it at 150k. But for me, he doesn't suit my structure. So it depends on your structure. Is your verdict, is your decision with Flynn. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for joining. And remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.